All right, what's up, guys? If you're watching this, I'm just getting breakfast ready for the family, and I figured why not just do a little bit of AMA. What's up, Jimmy? How you doing, buddy? Love you, man. Hope you're doing good. I miss you. I want to play Cyberpunk. What's up, buddy? You want a cookie? Oh, here. You want fishies? Fishies. Let's do fishies. Come on. Hold on, dudes. Here, buddy. All right. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Ask me anything about Cyberpunk. Good, Tommy. How you doing, buddy? By the way, Tommy, Cyberpunk on the Spot will be back soon, and I want you to be back in playing my game. One thing I have to know, I wish it would just keep showing my chat, man. What is this? Are there rules for exoskeletons like a pseudo Iron Man armor? I don't think so, but I don't remember. I think there might be some gear list or stuff like that in the book. But honestly, there's so much gear and not weapons, but gear and stuff like that, that I kind of like glossed over that area. But I don't remember there being like a specific rule set. And Jimmy, if you're in chat, Jimmy also knows the rules. He's one of my players. I don't think there was like a specific thing that I remember. So yeah, sorry for a whole lot of nothing. This I wish the chat would just stay up. Why doesn't it stay up? Is there a way I could do that? Save, highlight, mute microphone, super chat, none. Think you can jerry rig it? Oh, you can totally. There is a system in Cyberpunk Red with the techie that you can basically create anything you want in the game. You can homebrew anything you want, and there's a system for how you can do it. And they did a really good job with it. Literally anything you want to invent, any item, any weapon, any upgrade that you could come up with, there's a system on how you can do it. And like it literally will tell you what materials you need, how much it'll cost, and everything. And the economy in Cyberpunk Red is so good that you can literally just map out everything you need. In fact, I'm probably going to do a video about like common inventions for techies and stuff like that, because I think there's stuff that people will want like commonly, and then maybe we can go over stuff like that. Yeah, I'm super hyped too. What's up, Badass Booster? How you doing, man? That's so cool. Can't wait for Red. Pre-ordered my copy. Yeah, man. I'm waiting for my FLGS to get an email back. To get an email back from the Bits and Mortar program. And then I'm going to pre-order the book. Actually, I've already pre-ordered it, but I'm going to give them the money for it. And that'll give you a free PDF download of the PDF version. Any chance media have made a more appealing to play? How have the roles and special abilities changed? So the media is very different now. They have this cool special ability. Their credibility also, like the game master, before the game starts, before the session starts, he does like a secret roll according to your credibility, and that will determine what rumors will come your way. And it's like secret behind the scenes kind of stuff that's happening, and like your media might get a call from one of their sources saying like, hey, I heard this rumor. And it's like there's so much, every role has an extensive like special ability stuff. It's not just how it was in 2020 where like it's just like some weird pseudo super skill. There's so much depth to it now. Each role has so much depth. Even solos have so much depth too. And yeah, it's awesome. And what was the other question? Awesome, looking forward to it. How have the special roles abilities changed? A lot. They've changed so much. Each one of them has so many different aspects about them that are different that it's not even the same game as far as the special abilities go. Does the core book have a lot of weapons, armor, etc. right out of the gate, even though this DLC conversion they talked about? The thing about Cyberpunk Red's weapons are they've been more generic now. So instead of it being like an Armalite Armalite C21 super pistol or whatever. It's just a medium pistol, heavy pistol, light pistol, and it leaves it to the game master to decide what brand it is, what quality it is, what characteristics it has, or the player even. So what the negative side to that is, I mean, we all loved that robust armory that Cyberpunk 2020 had with all the weapons and stuff like that. But there's something to be said about just giving you the creativity to do whatever you want. Like one of my players has a baseball bat as his weapon, and that's not inherently in the game. It doesn't say baseball bat has this stats exactly. It just says weapons like a baseball bat have these stats, and then it's up to us to decide what characteristics the baseball bat has and stuff like that. I'm perfectly fine with generic allows the players to come up with their own designs. Exactly, that's what I'm talking about. Players can pretty much come up with whatever they want on their own without having to have any limitations on stats and stuff like that. Yeah, it's awesome, man. I honestly love it. What's up, Driss? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, sorry guys, I'm just going in and out of the fridge real quick. Yo. What's up, buddy? Cookies? I gave you some fishies, buddy. Yeah, I mean, Cyberpunk Red is gonna blow your mind, guys. It's seriously gonna blow all of your minds. I'm so hyped for Red. Oh my god. A year and a half waiting for this. I know, man. Imagine people that have been waiting 30 years. Buddy, please don't make so much noise. People have been waiting 30 years for a new iteration of Cyberpunk. And boy, did they deliver. Boy, oh boy, did they deliver. In my opinion. I mean, it's 400 plus pages. You don't need to homebrew anything. Everything that you need is there in that book. You can play for ages with that book. No, nothing needs to be ported over, Tommy. Nothing. I mean, you can if you want to. It's not limited to that, but honestly, there's nothing that you need to get from the 2020 system. The Red Core rulebook in itself is everything you need for everything. I mean, everything, dude. Cyberware, drugs, martial arts, whatever, you name it. Is there a system for keeping track of ammo and magazines clips, or that between GMs and players? They do ask you to keep track of it because that plays a big role into stuff like auto fire and having to reload your weapon and the scarcity of ammo in the Red universe. But they leave it up to you guys to figure out how you're going to track it and stuff like that. But the book does ask you to track it. I personally have found it kind of difficult to do that because it's just another thing to keep track of. What's up, buddy? So I'm hoping that there's some like player tools down the line that can help us with that. Sorry guys, I'm taking care of the kid at the same time. So you're gonna hear some screaming and I'm chopping up some tomatoes. Let's see what else we got here. Anything from 2020 that you miss? Yeah, the life path system. It used to be that every year something happened, and they kind of took that out, and they like kind of messed with it and made it a little bit different. I miss that. I miss that aspect of every year something happened. Instead, they're just like it's more generic. It's hard for me to explain, but it doesn't take too much away from the game. It's just something that I miss, but it's not that big of a deal. Oh, thanks for this. Thank you, Consave. What's up, guys? Do you think it's possible to smoothly convert a character from 2020 to Red if you have been playing a character for a while? Yeah, but you got to remember it's 25 years into the future. So unless you want to make... it could be smooth, but the Cyberpunk Red Core rulebook asks you to have limitations to your starting character. When you're creating a character, there's limitations. because they call it a starting character. It's not a like maxed out level 30 crazy psycho character. You're making a starting character. You can't have more than 6 in your skills. You can't have more than 4 in your special ability. And if you want to do more than that and take your 2020 character and make them like a super god, you can do that. But it kind of, the game is designed and balanced in a way where you're making, it's assuming everybody's making starting characters. And at the time your character's a god, that means you guys have been playing for a long time. You get what I'm saying? Let's see here. Character conversion is something we were wondering about. The life path is something. Oh shit, buddy! Spilled rice everywhere. That's fun. Whatever, let them play with it. The life path is something me and my players really enjoyed about Session Zero. It's still really good, and actually they've added specific life path stuff for roles. Like if you're a rocker boy, it asks what kind of band were you in, what happened to your bandmates, what were you guys signed, were you guys an underground label. There's all kinds of stuff for the rocker boy, for the solo, for the media, all that stuff. What's up, Neko? Yeah, the life path was something you don't see in many. It was one of my favorite parts of Cyberpunk, and they still did a good job with it. They still did a very good job. The aspect of the life path system is still there. It's just a little bit different now, more streamlined. And actually, the way it's designed now, I can literally, as a game master, tell you like, hey, go make your character, life path, everything. Then come to my table tomorrow, and we'll just play the game. And that's exactly what you can do. There's no, like, I don't have to sit there and tell you, okay, no, you can't have this because it's not balanced. Oh, no, we can't have that happen. It's not, no, you can just make your life path, make your character, and you're good to go. It's going to help a lot with conventions and stuff like Cyberpunk on the spot that I've done on my channel. Let's see here. Most excited about limitation, honestly, so you can feel the grind to get better. Yeah, Consave. The thing is, the limitations is something people have been doing anyway. They've had been doing it for years, and back in the 90s, you know, there was no idea of limiting. It was just give people whatever the hell they wanted. Buddy, I put fishies over there. Go eat your fishies. But obviously, with the advent of like D&D 5e, 4e, and stuff like that, we've learned that limiting character creation leads to long epic campaigns and stuff like that. Renstan, what's up, playa? Good to see you, man. All right, so classes, how do you like them? Love the roles. Every single role is important. Every single role has depth to it, has amazing things to it. And it doesn't matter what role you'll play, you'll have a lot of depth and you can have a lot of fun. How is cyberware and humanity lost now similar to 2020? Have they changed that up? They made it much better. They haven't taken anything away. They've actually added to it. Here, buddy. Hold on, guys. He wants this toothbrush for some reason. So let me give my son this toothbrush. Damn it. Oh, no, don't say damn it. Do as I say, not as I do. All right, here, take this toothbrush. Have fun. So yeah, humanity lost. They've added therapy. So you can go to therapy and regain humanity. They also have added humanity loss if you see something traumatic, like somebody being tortured to death and dismembered or stuff like that. You can actually lose humanity if you see something like a traumatic experience. So they've made it a little more vast and a little more in-depth. And I really like that about it. Lawman, how well does that work in Red? I haven't played with a Lawman yet, Mysterious Aya. I've never had one in my game yet. But I will tell you that their special ability has changed to backup now. And what that basically means is they can get on the horn and be like, hey, I need help. And the people that arrive, there's like stats for them and everything. I can't, buddy. It doesn't open. Oh, it's so hard to open it. already, or just the jump start? Cyberpunk Red, the digital version, is out tomorrow, veteran child. And the physical book is supposed to come out on the 19th and probably shortly after that. I don't have many people to share my excitement, so I'll share with you guys. I got an original Land of the Free box set. Wow, amazing, Jorge. That's amazing, dude. That's hard to find. I wonder how much you paid for that. How do Nomads compare to 2020? What's up, Jack of Hearts? Nomads are a lot different in Red. Now they have this like moto ability where it revolves around their vehicle and what kind of vehicle their family can provide for them. But in the lore, they actually play this amazing giant part of the lore where literally nothing can get done without nomads now. All the corporations have been diminished to almost nothing. Their power is like way less significant than it used to be. And nomads are the things that are keeping things together, the glue together. They're helping people with moving things across state lines, messages across state lines. Now that the net is screwed, you need like literal snail mail where they're like literally going across and like sending messages. Nomads give you safe passage, and because of that, they play a giant role in all cities. It's like what nomad family is a part of this city, what nomad family is a part of that city, what is their influence and stuff like that. And I would even say that some nomad families have way more significant power than some corporations in Cyberpunk Red. Same number of classes as before. Yep, but the special skills are tweaked and changed. Exactly. Are there any way to pre-order the hard copy? Yeah, you got to go to your friendly local gaming store and let them know about that. What's up, Mr. Welch? How you doing, buddy? Make sure you guys go follow Mr. Welch on YouTube. He does amazing cyberpunk videos. I've had him on my podcast. I love him. He's a great old grognard. Does it balance the job roles like cop or media compared to the skill role like solo or tech? There's actually a whole section in the Cyberpunk Red core rulebook that covers how you make money. They call it the hustle or something like that, and it's basically like a chart and rules and an economy for what happens in between games with your characters and how you make money, how you pay rent, how you earn your lifestyle and stuff like that. So it's very vast. Everybody has their special skills. Everybody has their uniqueness, but everybody needs to make money too. And because of what life you have, what kind of abilities you have, let me turn down the shit. That will determine how much money you make and stuff like that. Yeah, therapy's awesome. Book tomorrow. Yep. Anyone know what time tomorrow? 10 p.m. Central Time, I think. It's 10 p.m. Central Time or midnight Central Time tonight. What role is your kid going to play? Whatever role is that destroys things in the house. I want to know the same, Mr. Welch. How do special skills stack up versus each other? The special abilities are no longer just like a super skill. There's way more depth to them now. And I think that there's no cap to how high your special ability can be, but it is more expensive than a regular skill to improve. So you kind of have to like go like, all right, these next 2 sessions, I'm not going to improve any of my skills because I want to get 1 more point in my special ability. And just 1 more point in your special ability can give you a multitude of cool upgrades. I mean, so many things. Which class has you the most excited? Netrunner and Techie. Techie lets you homebrew anything in the game. Anything. Anything in the game you can make. You can invent things. You can upgrade anything. And the Netrunner is just so much fun. They did such a good job. What are the main differences in combat? Hey, Jose Manuel, I would actually tell you to go check out my latest video. I just did a video on combat. It's the first Cyberpunk Red video I've released. I would go check that out. John's class is forever GM, and I actually like it. Let's see. I'm trying to keep up. There's so much. Who's your favorite character from the Wise Guys, and why is it Sam Ectoplasm? It's Sam Ectoplasm because it's Jimmy's character, and I love you, Jimmy. Ready for that smooth combat. Rules for full Borgs, multi-classing. There's rules for full Borg, and there's also rules for multi-classing, 100%. You get to, I don't remember the rules for full Borg, but it's really expensive, and there's some drawbacks to it that I can't remember off the top of my head. But the multi-classing, basically you have to start your character at a special ability 4, And once you have that, then from there you can start doing another class, and you have to buy them and stuff like that. Yeah, there's rules for multi-classing. There's 100% rules. It's like right there, big. It's not like small letters. No, it's like boom. You can multi-class. Here you go. Five. Hold on, guys. 5 little pumpkins. No, 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 no.
No pumpkins.
Sorry, my dudes. I'm being a dad while I'm doing this. What is your honest opinion on the art? Oh my god, I'm so glad you asked me that, Teddy Burns. So how are net runners more fun to play than CP 2020? This net running system has been overhauled and it's so much better. It's easier to understand. Game masters can be more creative, and that's why I love it. What is your honest opinion on the art? It's the best. Oh my god, it's so good. I love that old school cyberpunk art. I love that pen and paper, black and white ink comic book style. But this modern art style, the people that they got for it, Jay Kovacs, who is the art director at Art Talsorian Games, she did such a good job finding these people. And these are people that they don't necessarily have a giant following on Instagram. They have like 300 followers or something like that. But their art is beautiful. And that's the most important part. Every time you look at a piece of art in the book, you're like, oh my God, it like sings to you. It tells you a story. It immerses you into the story. I can't say enough good things about the art. And the people that I've talked to from the artists, they're all humble people that are just, they love what they do, and it's beautiful work. I seriously love it a lot. You can net run outside the chair is the main difference. That's one of the big ones. Whew, I'm talking a lot. Recently I ran a one shot, but with the net running rules, the jump start, and it is so good, amazing improvement. Exactly, that's how it is, and it's a little bit more delved into in Red, actually. There's more stuff. How are the short stories? Good. I like the short stories. They're fun. They introduce the characters like Johnny Silverhand, Alt Cunningham, and go like more deep into who they are and stuff like that. I can totally see a movie adaptation or a book adaptation or stuff like that. And it looks like it's happening. My FLGS doesn't have it listed in their distribution options to be able to order. That's weird because a lot of distributors have it. I'm super excited for this book since they put back 2077 December 10th. Are you going to play 2077? Of course I'm going to play 2077. Are you kidding me? I'm probably going to disappear from YouTube because I'm playing that game. No, I'm not going to disappear, but yeah, it's going to ruin my creativity. And I'm playing on my PC. I just got a new monster PC. Thanks for asking, dude. I'm very interested in the relevancy of Rocker Boys will be affected in Time of the Red, especially during the rebuilding of Night City. Rocker Boys are just as important, maybe more important now in Red, because hope is lost. If you think about it, I mean, this is deep philosophical stuff, but the nomads have it right. The nomads have realized that this city life, corporations, Lizzie Wizzy, Johnny Silverhand, Arasaka, all that shit is bullshit. It's an illusion. The real world is out there in the wasteland where there are no cops, there's nobody there to protect you. All you have is the people around you. And when the shit hit the fan after the Fourth Corporate War, the nomads are like, see, I told you so. I told you so. Why are you trusting these corporations? Why are you trusting these cities? They didn't help you. You're all just collateral damage. And the nomads are the ones that everybody turned to help them rebuild cities, rebuild infrastructure. And they had to go to these nomads because these nomads had it right. So if you think about it, people have lost hope. They lost hope in their lifestyle. They lost hope in the way things are. They look at the sky, it looks like blood is raining from the sky. Literally, they have stuff called blood rain, but it's not actually blood, but you know. And so because of that, music and art and expression is some of the ways that people can escape the realities of what's going on out there. And if you're a rocker boy talking about those subjects, you're going to get people that want to hear you. They want to hear something to make them forget about all the things that they're doing. It was like when the economy collapsed in 2008, movie ticket sales went up and entertainment sales went up because people wanted to escape the reality that they're broke, that they lost their job, that hope is gone. and stuff like Rocker Boys are like beacons of hope for people, right? So there you go. I'm having such a hard time finding the physical book for pre-order online. There's not a single game store near me. The problem with pre-ordering physical books is people are hesitant to take money from customers for the physical book for pre-orders, because if you look on the distributor list, it says currently unavailable for the book, which is normal. I talked to my FLGS about that. And because of that, people are hesitant to take money. But if you just gotta like have a good relationship with your FLGS, talk to them. And Talsorian just had a blog post where they talked about how it's going to be a little bit difficult to get books out exactly on the 19th. So it might be a little while till we get the physical book. But you know, digital will be out tomorrow. Hold on one second. Trying to get some spinach. Where the hell's the spinach? What the hell, man? I don't know if my wife threw away the spinach. I don't think Talsorian's taking pre-orders. Midnight EST or PST for release tomorrow. It's tonight, midnight CDT. I love the cars in 2020, but they don't get good usage. I'm assuming that's been changed as well as a part of their Friday night firefight. Well, hey man, I got news for you, buddy. There's an extensive vehicle combat system. There's a whole system on stats for vehicles, how much they move on a map, their exact stats, like they have 40 move or this is their top speed. And there's rules for like shooting the gas tank, shooting the windshield, doing maneuvers, and all kinds of stuff. It's amazing. It's extensive. Amazing. I'm getting a real Mad Max New Vegas vibes from this game. Yep, that's definitely in there. It's in the game. I mean, that's in there. Out of the fiction pieces, what was your favorite? The fiction pieces, I would have to say my favorite is definitely The Fall of the Towers. Because whichever one was where Adam Smasher pops in and cuts Johnny Silverhand in half. That was my favorite story. Yes, vehicle combat info. Was tired of winging my own rules. Yeah, there's definite rules. There's rules on how you can move them on the battle map and everything. You don't have to worry about stuff like that. And the spinach I just cannot find, guys. Oh well, I'm gonna have to go to the store. Spoiler alert. And what's up, Ekarin? Will the digital version be available on DriveThruRPG? Yep, tomorrow. Tomorrow or tonight at midnight Central CDT. Central Dick Time, whatever the hell that is. It's gonna be available. Timmy, do not eat this stuff. Hold on one second, guys. I'll be right back. My son spilled rice everywhere, so I'm doing the fun thing of picking it all up. Let me just sweep this real quick before my wife comes home and says, "Really, John? Really? You did a live stream while you made a mess?" Yum, floor rice. This is what happens when John rolls a 1 on perception checks. Yeah, I rolled a 1 on being a dad check. What's up, Carlos? ¿Cómo está, man? Good to see you, buddy. I miss you, man. You're handsome. I've seen your Facebook. I've seen you on Facebook, bruh. Hope you're doing well, dude. Hope everything's good at home. I see you're in love. That's good. I like it. Have fun with the rest of the AMA. I gotta bounce, fight the corpos and the power. Love you, buddy. I love you, Jimmy. Hopefully I'll see you soon and we can play. Yeah, if you guys have any more questions, I've been waiting to talk about Cyberpunk Red for quite some time. So have at it before I get tired of it. I mean, it's crazy. I've been sitting on this game, not being able to talk about it, been able to play it. And people have been upset. They're like, dude, enough with your goddamn videos. We don't want to hear about it. We want to play the game. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. It does seem like I'm an asshole just because I'm not been able to play the game. Oh, and I guess I can announce it here, but I'll announce it tomorrow as well. Page 386. Top right corner of the page, I'm in the book. They put my name in the book. JonJonTW, it says. I mean, how fucking cool is that, dude? They put me in the fucking book. As well as some other people. Some other creators. All right. How expensive are the biotech upgrades? It's 400 something. Rain game. Oh, sorry. I gotta catch up. Oh, shit. Damn, how did all this get past me? Always roll crits on fast talk. How long does it take to read the whole book? Do you know how many pages? It depends how fast you read it. It's about 400 plus pages. I'm still reading it, but then I'm a slow reader. Any rules for making or running a corporation? That's the entire corporate role, which is now called the exec. That's the whole reason for that role, is making your own corporation. So there's extensive rules for that. I'm running a game set in Hong Kong. Is there any info on the rules about Southeast Asia? I don't remember if there is. If there is, it's a small mention. They don't really dive deep into it. So they do talk about Night City, and they talk about the United States and what's going on in the world. So I think there are some rules about East Asia and stuff like that. How expensive are the biotech upgrades like muscle to bone? There's a whole economy in the game. They have common, luxury, or common, expensive, luxury, super luxury. Those are like the 4 categories of how expensive things are. And I believe that muscle and bone lace are considered expensive or luxury or super luxury. One of the higher up expensive things out there. Can you go ion techie? I'm not sure what that means, Mr. Aya. Yeah, maybe to elaborate on that. So Black Chrome or Space, which comes out first? Black Chrome, from what I heard, is coming out first. Miss you too. Already have some kind of epiphany during the quarantine. Oh, man. I get you, dude. That is super fucking cool. Congrats, man. Thank you, man. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yeah, it's amazing. How can you fucking believe it? I'm in the book, dude. How insane is that? What do you say about learning the new rules? They should, man. I'm telling you guys, Jumpstart Kit, Cyberpunk 2020, your own homebrew rules of Cyberpunk, all that stuff is going to go out the window. Yeah, buddy, go. All that stuff is going to go out the window when Cyberpunk Red comes out. You're going to read it and you're going to be like, oh yeah, this is what we're playing for the next few years. What's your favorite role? Netrunner. Netrunner and Techie. Those are my 2 favorite. What is the coolest new piece of cyberware in your opinion? All right, buddy, come here. I'll give you one. Let's shut it. Yeah, I'll give it to you. Get out. Come on, buddy. Please. Here. Hold on. Please don't spill it. Don't make me regret giving it to you. Coolest new piece of cyberware? Shit. What is it? I don't remember. See, I already regret giving it to you. Damn it. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. I don't remember any new pieces off the top of my head. I think there's like stuff like the cyber snake, where literally like a cyber snake comes out of your hand and it can attack people. That's pretty cool. There's also cool cyberware for net runners, where your entire body is your cyber deck. You don't have to actually have a cyber deck; like your body is the cyber deck. But the problem with that is your body can be hacked, which is fucking crazy too. So there's all kinds of stuff. Exec Teddy B with his own corp. I'm gonna pee myself, dude. It's not just your own corp. Like there's rules for having a driver, having a solo, having your own net runner in your corporation. You got to call them and like compliment them every day, or they'll betray you. Or if they see one of the other team members die, they might betray you or leave the corporation. Or there's so many things, dude. It's nuanced as hell. Go in depth in techie. Basically, the techie lets you do anything, create any item in the game, upgrade any item in the game, invent any item in the game, and fix any item in the game. You can build anything from a card to a weapon. In fact, Jimmy, our rocker boy, he's like, I want a guitar that has a flamethrower on it, and we could totally do that. It's like one of the easiest things to do. So that's how cool the techie is. What would you say is the learning curve of Red for someone wanting to get into tabletop RPGs? If they can understand D&D 5e, they'll understand Red. It's not hard to understand at all. There's a lot of stuff and information, but the basics are pretty much the same. Skill checks, combat, you move and you shoot. I mean, it's the nuances and stuff are there, but they're not so hard to understand. If you just have your players hyper focus on their role and focus on what they want to do specifically in their character, it's so easy to understand. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to know all 400 pages. In fact, the beginning of character creation is split into 3 parts. If you're not going to do the other 2 versions of character creation, you only have to focus on the one. So it's just information is there, but it doesn't mean you have to read everything cover to cover. It looked like the character sheet gives players a fixed number of hit points. Is that how it works compared to 2020? In Red, it's hit points. There's no more damage tracker, and they take into account your body stat and your will stat. There's like a chart. You put them together, and that's how much hit points you have. So it basically takes the account what kind of body type you have and what kind of willpower you have to take damage too, which I think is a great idea. Jumping into Red, it won't be hard to jump into Red for referees. From the transition for 2020, oh my God. Compared to 2020, it's like D&D 5e levels of comprehension. It's not even close. It's so much easier to understand. No worries, dude. Welcome to Ally RDR. Just saw the character sheet on RTG site for my taste. It looks a bit busy. How was it in play to use though? It just looks busy because there's a lot of stuff that you can possibly have, like cyberware and stuff like that. Hey, what's up, Talsorian Games? Love you. If that's you, Jay Gray, I love you, buddy. All right, dude. I'm trying to say hi to Jay Gray. Can you relax? Yeah, sorry about the camera. It's I don't know how to focus it, to be honest with you. I got these lights above my head going. You know what? What if I just turn them off? Is that easier on the eyes? Might be easier on the eyes. Yeah. Let's see here. Damn, how far back am I? Oh my God. The main thing I saw is more rare. Wait, did I miss something? Yeah, it's not. The character sheet might look busy, but that's just because there's a potential to put all kinds of stuff on your character as far as cyberware, weapons, and skills and stuff like that. So, but for the most part, it's not that busy, to be honest with you. You're not going to be using every aspect of the character sheet. Let's see here. That's another thing to like about Cyberpunk. They didn't try to cheeky with nuanced dice rules. Yeah. And there's still the advent of or prevalence of negative modifiers and positive modifiers. They mentioned it in the book where it's like it's your first time doing something, -2 or whatever. I don't remember the actual number. If you've done this before, +2, +3, all that stuff. DG, Love you, man. I got so handsome because my son just said DG. I love you, DG. I got handsome because you're my friend, and basically because of you, I'm a good looking guy now. Just got some God rays going. Yeah, I got that interlacing, ray tracing. I got that IRL ray tracing going on. Can medtechs do what techies do, but with people and meds? Medtechs and techies are completely different from each other. Medtechs save your life. Medtechs are invaluable resources. The thing about a medtech is you don't need them until you need them. When you need them, it's like, where the hell can I find one? And you better find one fast. So the thing about having a medtech on your team is they can provide you so much to save your life, to make sure that you guys get out of a hairy situation. But there might be times where you're like, we don't need them. And like I said, when you need them, you really need them. They have special abilities and special aspects about them that nobody else can do. So they're very important in the game. But they're not like just like stitch you up kind of things. That's just one aspect of them. There's so many things that they can do. Now everything is just grainy. All right, let me turn the God rays again. God rays are back on. So the big question, Shadowrun versus Cyberpunk, who wins? Well, I'm biased. I'll say Cyberpunk, but that's just me. Then again, I'm biased. Yeah, exactly. Does the new book come with some scenarios to one-shots? I don't remember if there is any like blurbs, like one paragraph blurbs or stuff like that. But I do remember that. But you can run the apartment from the Jumpstart kit. Is there still a Mr. Stud? You know it. If so, are we restricted to just one? No, you're not restricted. Yeah, thank you. Well, that is the real question. You can have 10 dicks if you want. If you understand the D10 system, you're golden. Got CP red. Yeah. What do you need, buddy? You want more? Okay. But last one. I can't give you any other ones, okay? Your mom's going to kill me. Here. All right, fine. I'll take it off. Here. No more. That's the last one. Okay. Being someone who has primarily played a medtech through my decade of 2020 experience, I'm a fan of the new medtech. That's high praise coming from Ekorin. Make sure you guys go follow Ekorin Roleplaying and World Building. He has an awesome channel if you love tabletop games. How has healing changed? Healing is a lot more forgiving now. It used to be like it's only 1 point an in-game day. Now there's a way where you can like once. Oh shit, Donnie, what did you do, buddy? Hold on, guys. Crisis. Here. Here, you want some? Here. All done. Sorry, guys. He decided to take this yogurt and just spill it all over the couches. How fun is that? Oh yeah, so healing, you can actually heal like a certain amount using your body stat, and I forgot something else, but basically you can do like a burst heal, but you can only do that once a day. Anything past that, you have to be in a hospital or clinic and actually get bed rest. So it's up to you. You can totally do a trauma team campaign, 100%. Does your new PC have a graphics card capable of ray tracing? Yeah, I do. It does. And I'm probably going to get a 3080, whatever it's called, 3060, 7080. I'm going to get that down the line. I have the 2060 right now. If there's more than one can, you still say she'll never know? Oh, you're always easy on the eyes, John. Thanks, Jimmy. I love you. Being a parent is hard. But so is being a kid. Tomato? Ooh, tomato. I know, they're not that exciting. You want to go? Hold on, let me try to appease him. I bring you offerings. I bring you offerings. Please, spare me, child. There you go. Let's see here. Techie class making those Mr. Stud upgrades. That's hilarious. That's a hilarious way to do that. Garrett from Community Crisis Alert. What's up, dude? How are headshots critical hits handled? They're handled really well, Connolly. Yeah. So headshots are now a called shot. It's a -8 to hit, which means you better have some luck points now. It's no longer a dump stat. If you have 6 points if you have 6 points of luck, that -8 to hit is a -2. Headshots do double damage. If you roll 2 6s on your damage roll, you also do a critical injury. Like they lose an eye, crack their skull, break their jaw, and all those things have their own debuffs, as well as doing like direct damage to their hit points. So headshots and critical injuries is a major part of combat now. Check out my latest video on my YouTube channel. I have a good combat video. It gets into that in detail. And John DiPietro, check out my video. I talk about how hit location is gone and it's replaced with critical injuries, and it's a lot. But can I offer you a tomato in these trying times? But the way that critical injuries work, they replace the hit location, and I think that it does a much better job, and it's faster too. It's so much faster. Like instead of having to roll another die and remember if an 8 is the left arm or the right arm or a leg, you're just like, boom, you get straight to the critical chart. You roll on this random chart and you're like, okay, you just broke your arm. Okay, you just broke your leg. You cracked your rib. You have a foreign object inside your body. Foreign object, just to give you guys an example of what that does, that means that every time they move, they take 5 damage to their HP because that object is like damaging something in their body. It's amazing. Slow down there, Tony Stark. Bullets, lots and lots of bullets. So what's the main difference between normal D&D and Cyberpunk Red? A lot, Carlos, a lot. What's up, Tav? So it's a lot more like the Witcher RPG. Yeah. They're the same kind of design. Obviously, it's a different setting and different style, but they took that critical injury philosophy and put it into Cyberpunk Red. So if you've seen the Witcher RPG, you're familiar with it. Excuse me. Hey John, it's me, God. I know. What's up, Tav? I'm curious, what is the hustle or the side game that you can do for cash between sessions, and are you planning to implement that in game? Yeah, I'm planning to implement it. I actually homebrewed something like that for my 2020 game, and it was a little bit more in-depth, which I don't think is necessarily better. And the way that it works in Red now is it's a hustle. Like there's a chart according to your special ability, according to your role, and like class, I mean, and according to all kinds of other factors, it determines how much money you make in between sessions. Oh my God, I just got sent a conspiracy theory text from one of my contractor customers. He always sends me conspiracy theories. I know Red primarily says 2045 is the date, but how flexible is the time period for the Cyberpunk Red system? It's anything between 2045 and 2077. It's up to you how you do it. You could even do a little bit before 2045, but I think they kind of expect you to do it around 2045. But 2045 to 2050 is plenty of time for you to have like 20 years of real life gaming, you know what I mean? Or 10 years or whatever you guys want to do. What's your favorite role ability and life path? My favorite role ability, other Netrunner is its own thing, and interface is its own thing. I just love the Netrunner. But as far as like role ability, I would say the Techie's ability to make anything, it's called Maker, and be able to homebrew anything is my favorite thing about it. Because they literally, Talsorian gave you the blueprint on how to homebrew things in their game and make it balanced. Because for the longest time for 2020, we were just doing things on our own without really knowing if things are balanced. We would have to like take it to our game, try it out, and then try to figure out a way to convince our players to either modify it or adjust it. And it was a lot of pain to try to figure out if it was balanced. But Talsorian is like, hey, if there's something in this book that you haven't seen and you want to do, here's the blueprint on how you can do it with the techie, and this is how it can be balanced. So that's what I love about the techie roll ability. All right, buddy. I love you, DG. Have a good one. Make sure you guys are following DG Rage Riot on YouTube. He does tabletop content as well. How is fashion wear? Style is the most important thing to some of my players. There's a whole section for fashion wear. There's a whole section for how fashion is. There's even in-game rules to if you have like specific fashion items on you, it gives you a +2 to specific checks, like skill checks and stuff like that. So it's a big part of the game, as it should be. Which is the life path better in your opinion, 2020 or Red, or is it far more flexible? I think what I loved about 2020 was the every year something happened and all together it was awesome. I think Red still encompasses and keeps that aspect of it, but without it being imbalanced. So in 2020, if I roll my life path, I could have 50 allies. I could have like 20 allies throughout my 20 years of living, right? And if you roll your life path, you could lose a leg, go to jail, lose some money, and we both come to the table and I have advantages and you have disadvantages. Well, they took that out in Red. Instead of having that, it's just everybody has a generic, not generic, but everybody has their specific life path and they don't have any inherent advantages over other characters. They just have a story. It just, in Red, it's stuck to the story more than sticking to what buffs and stats and stuff that you've gained, which I love that about Red. So I don't think one is better than the other. I just think Red is a more modern take on the life path system, and I like it. I like it better. I just said one is not better than the other, but I like it better is what I just said. So I'm stupid. Don't listen to me. As Techie, could you create new weapons? Yep. To sell for your side hustle thing? Yep. I would assume new or custom weapons would fetch a pretty penny. Yeah, you could definitely do that. And there's like a minimum price set for things that are invented, which I think it's $500. 500 eddies is the minimum that something can be if it is invented or created, which is a pretty hefty amount looking at the economy of the game. Because like normal things are like $50, $100 at most, and 500 is considered expensive. So you can make a decent living selling these one-of-a-kind items out there, like up to 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 eddies, depending on what it is. Buddy, hey. You don't need to smash everything in the house.
What?
I told you what. Johnny Silverhand or Jack Entropy? I don't know who Jack Entropy is, but fuck Johnny Silverhand. The guy's a manipulative bastard that uses people for his own agenda and acts like he's better than corporations. Hold on, buddy. I know you don't care that I'm doing a live stream. What was that? Are the AI talked about at all in the rules? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They're talked about in the rules. I know Alt is now an AI, so is Ray Spartmoss mentioned? Do they mention them? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, dude. That's all. I don't want to spoil anything because that's one of the things that I love about Cyberpunk Red is this whole like thing where they talk about AI and stuff like that. And man, there's aspects to the AI that leave so many nuances for storytelling. Like, all right, I'll just let you know in on this one thing. You know how Raish Bartmoss destroyed the net with his rabbits, and pretty much he left like a minefield in the net. If a net runner goes in there, those rabbits find him, and they pretty much kill them. But for some reason, the rabbits completely ignore AI. Whether their soul killed AI, which means a person's consciousness was put into the system and then their body was killed. So their soul is killed, but their consciousness is in the system and is now an AI. the rabbits ignore them. So Alt Cunningham can traverse through the net and not be affected by the rabbits. And also other sentient AI that was like they became sentient and aware, they're ignored, and people have to try to figure out how to maneuver that. So there's a lot of nuance to it. Need to dip out again as I'm supposed to be working. Been enjoying watching your campaign vids here though, dude. So keep up the good work. Thank you, Ally Rider. I really appreciate the support. Thank you for the kind words. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you guys on the next one. Oh shit. What can I give you? Cookie. Here, buddy, cookie. Cookie. Yeah, a player can be an AI. Like if a netrunner was soul killed, could they then play as an AI? Yeah, they can. They can. You'd have to like be creative with it, but yeah, they can. Yeah, they kind of have rules, veteran child. There's just it was explained in the role, in the lore. I mean. Yeah, you can definitely do that, John DiPietro. Wait, just got back. What's this about player AI? Yeah, your players can become soul killed AI. What that means in the game is really up to your game master, because now they can't traverse the meat space because there is no meat space. Maybe they can take over a robot or something like that, but their rules have to be completely different now. And yeah, there's rules on drones. Drones exist. There's rules about them and stuff like that. Jack Entropy was the rock star that was the focus of the Cyberpunk Adventure Module Euro Tour. Think a less constrained, less restrained combination of Keith Moon and Sid Vicious. Well, as long as they're not Johnny Silverhand, I like them. If you think about Kowloon, Walled City in Hong Kong, it's both a mega building and combat zone. I would love to play a campaign where an entire mega building is a combat zone. The Raid movie on crack. Yeah, you can have those like mega arcologies like Judge Dredd. If you see a new Dredd movie, that's the plot of the new Dredd movie. Brown Bear, what do you see?
Brown Bear.
All right, guys, my son is getting restless. We've done this for an hour. What are the main? Let me just do these last questions, and I think we'll be out. What are the main differences between Friday Night Firefight, Thursday Night Throwdown, or whatever they call it? Which is better? I like the new system much better. I think it is much better. So I'll try to keep away from the God rays. Can't avoid them. The new system is better, in my opinion. Very caffeinated cat. I have a video on it on my YouTube channel. I would suggest you go check that out if you want to know more. No more selling body parts for profit, right? No, you can still do that. For sure you can do that. Actually, cyberware and stuff is such a higher commodity now because how the prevalence of corporations and stuff has been ruined. Now they don't have the same influence that they used to. So finding like a Militech cyber from the 20s, from like 2020, is worth way more. And it's harder to come up with new stuff. I don't know. They don't really talk too much about Borgs. Teacher. They don't talk too much about Borgs in the new book. So I would be ignorant. There's robots in the game, JD Connolly, and it's up to you. My son's name is Donatello, like the Ninja Turtle. Could you be uploaded into a board? Yeah, that's what I mean. You could definitely do something like that. Redbird. Yeah, he's getting restless. You can make your own gang, yes. There's no rules for it, but you can do it. Here, buddy. Hold on 1 second. Ooh. All right, I appeased them for a second. I'll go to him right now. Last question I'll answer, Roland Kush. Yeah, the Rocker Boy special ability is much better now. It makes more sense now. And it's a lot easier to understand. And I love the way that it's implemented now. It makes more sense on the individual basis, on a group basis. according to your special ability and stuff like that. So I do like it. All right. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Special thanks to Artel Sorian. Thank you guys so much for giving me the core rulebook beforehand, putting me in the book, for God's sake, page 385 when you guys get it. And Donnie, hey, put it down, you weirdo. And thank you, Mr. Welsh. Thank you, everybody in chat. I really appreciate you guys. And yeah, page 386, top right corner. I'm in there. So my name's in the goddamn book. Can you fucking believe that shit, dude? Tomorrow, the book comes out. And 385 or 386, one of those. It's one of the garden pages. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, David from High Shelf Gaming and I are doing we're doing straight from the scream sheets, where we showcase stuff that is part of the community, specifically our Discord community. And we're going to be talking about Cyberpunk Red. So if you guys have more questions that you want answered tomorrow, especially when you have the digital release, you like have the book with you in hand, make sure you guys catch our stream 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time at twitch.tv/highshelfgaming. It's twitch.tv/highshelfgaming. Follow me on social media. I'll post about it too. And make sure you guys are there with your questions ready, and we'll love to answer them. David has more insight as well. He's played the game. He's had the game. He's in the book as well. They put a little Easter egg for him. And in a few minutes, I'm going to go upload my interview I did with Wandering DM, Simon. We talk about Cyberpunk Red as well. So it's an exciting time. This is great. I love it. Love you guys. Have a good one. Be safe. Much love. Hug your loved ones. All right? Bye.